and welcome to Sooner Magic. I'm an Okie in Colorado, and you know, when Colorado was in the Big 12, it didn't go over real well, but I have friends that come to my house in Green Mountain Falls, and the house is called Sooner Magic, and several of them are Colorado grads, and they have to bring their own mugs that say CU on it. They say it's the only thing that protects them when they walk in the house, which is called Sooner Magic. Colorado is beautiful. I love the mountains. I think the mountains are great. And I love it here 9 months out of the year. The other 3 months, I'm moving to Costa Rica. Because if you think I like 30 below zero, you be nuts. This is my favorite. It came from St. Petersburg, Russia. Please notice the front and the back. And then, of course, being Russian, you open it up, and look who my running back is. And then you pop Murray off of there. And, of course, we have Brown. And I guess the Russians really do know OU football, because there's Johnson. The reason I went to OU, A, I had great ACT scores. In OU accepted ACTs. B, it was about 975 miles away from my home. C, it had Sherman P. Lawton as a professor of broadcast, and he was considered the dean of all broadcast education. We had just one incredible group of real dedicated broadcasters. We weren't just students. We all worked in the business. We would get up in the morning and we would either go to WKY TV early or WKY radio. Some of the guys went over to KOMA. Some of them went over to KNOR, and we worked there. The house was designed by a very unknown architect by the name of Howard Price back in 1965, and we have had a lot of fun with this. It was originally designed to be on a lake, but there's no lakes around here, so we decided, let's put it on the side of a mountain. It's kind of hard to build on the side of a mountain. Building inspector said the house was going to fall if you don't terrace, so we now have 1,505 railroad ties. Advertisers in beautiful downtown Norman that would pay 25 cents, 50 cents a spot to be on KUVY. They wanted to hear their commercials. Well, somebody, and I will not mention who, decided it was important to get them the signals. This person took the 50-watt transmitter and he put it on top of the new towers. Now, I don't know the name of them, but we just call them the new towers. And a 13-inch Augie antenna. And we turned that little puppy, that person turned that little puppy on. And I want you to know that we received a phone call from the FCC telling us that we were interfering with WFAA radio in Dallas. But the important thing was that our advertisers in Norman, Oklahoma heard their commercials. I don't want your damn voicemail. I needed to talk to you. You want a billed and booked report? I'll run it for you, but you better be answering your phone when I need you. Thank you very much. This is not a recording. Jane and I started Multinet Marketing in 1995. What it is that we do, I'm not exactly sure, which really is great. We represent a bunch of medium to small size radio networks. By that, it means that we put commercials on their networks. It works. We were with the Geico people at a promotion, and I asked Ted Ward, who's in charge of all their advertising and their marketing, I said, where is he from? What is his real name? Who's the guy that does the voice? And his answer was, the gecko does his own voice, and we're not telling you his name, and we're not telling you where he's from. So I have no idea, but he's my buddy. He's one of our good clients. And you know what makes a good client? One that pays. There were so many people coming down from the east and the north and from the west to learn about oil. So there was this group to change the way Oklahoma sounded, the way Oklahoma looked, the way Oklahoma thought. It was, at that time, rather progressive. Oklahoma City was truly, back in the late 60s, early 70s, was the hub of creative television. We did things back then that nobody else was doing. I learned the real life. The real world is not New York, Chicago, Los Angeles. The real life, real United States, real America is Oklahoma. It's right there. It's where everything was happening at the time. Well, the golden age was way before me, but I think I was part of the golden age of OU broadcasting.